if I could magically put a bird on the table that's been running around our fields, or during lockdown running around their covered pens, and having a lovely life that our birds have had, and I could magically put it on the table with it just kind of shedding its feathers as we go, I'd do that. Obviously I would. It's not something I want to be doing, but I really think if you decide to take responsibility for your own food production and you choose to hatch lovely little fluffy chicks, and they are lovely and they're beautiful, and I love having chicks around, but if you make that decision, then you've also got to be prepared to dispatch humanely, and it's a really hard skill to learn, and the thought of hurting a bird as I dispatch it really upsets me. So I spent hours and hours and hours watching videos on YouTube of how to the point where I was beginning to dream about it, and at that point I knew I really needed to just do it. So now I've dispatched probably a dozen or more birds. It's not very many, but for us that's plenty more meat than we need, and we've given ducks to friends and family for Christmas, and I dispatched and dressed those. But it is a hard thing to do. You know, it's physically, particularly the ducks which are really big, it's physically demanding, it's emotionally draining, but at the end of it we've got the most beautiful meat that we know where the birds have come from because we've hatched them, we know how they've lived because we've cared for them, and we know how they've died because we've dispatched them. And from my point of view, that's the very best kind of meat that we can put on our table. In the same way that we grow our own veg and fruit as much as possible, and we're not self-sufficient, we're trying to be self-efficient. So just grow it as much as we can, but recognise that we can't do it all. We don't have the space here for goats and sheep and cows, and you know, we are omnivores, and so we will eat all sorts of meat and eggs and dairy, and some of the things we just have to buy. Well, it's another January day. It's damp, and it's not too cold, but it is jolly damp. It's been raining a lot overnight, and it's misty or foggy. No, it's not foggy, it's misty, hazy. But the good news is I have got some help with me today. Here he is. He's going to be jolly helpful, aren't you, boy? Yeah, probably not, but worth wishful thinking. Well, it's been 6 weeks since I first built the front onto what we're calling the chicken palace, and today I'm finally getting around to putting a lock on the door. Up until now it's just been held together with a bit of string. So we had this outbuilding, and I just strapped a load of pallets along the front, and put chicken wire above it. There we go. And I made a makeshift door out of three pre-made panels, which I strapped together. And then over the weekend I put timber along the back on each side. There, and you can see it on that side. But this has been my door catch for the last 6 weeks, and today I'm finally getting around to putting a proper lock on it. So hooray! I've put that on, and the bolt will go into the wood at the side there, so I just need to drill a hole there. All sorted until I tried to lock it, when it's at its maximum closure and doesn't go into the wood at all. So time for a rethink. Go and get a piece of wood to either mount this on that sticks out a little bit, or mount a piece of wood on here. I'll go back and start again. So what I've done is I've added a couple of little bits of board here and bolted them, or screwed them in, made a hole so that the latch will go across. It's not perfect, it will certainly do for today, and I guess I'm going to ask Mr. Joe to help me out because I'm not as good at woodwork as I thought. It's that time of day where I give the the birds some corn before, about an hour before they go to bed, it suddenly makes me everybody's best friend. Come on, face first the bucket. You go, sweeties. Hey ducks, do you want some corn? Ha ha ha.